All right. Hi there, I'm Lindsay, back for another discussion here with our mentor Sawyer,
Hello.
and we're going to be talking about our thoughts behind the major declaration process, how we personally decided which major we would like to pursue. Uh, when when I was deciding what I wanted to study, what I still want to study, I haven't declared yet. I really had no idea what I was going to do. When I first got to campus and when I was first at orientation flipping through the course catalog, I was going, "Oh man, what do I do?" It's a lot, and it's a lot to work through, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. Uh, when I make decisions, I like to have things out in lists. Like I do a lot of pros cons lists, those sorts of things. So I opened up a Google Doc and I listed every single major that SDSU offered into this document. And I started asking myself like, these little questions like, do I want to study STEM? The answer was no. So I crossed off every single STEM related major on the list. And then from there, that was about half of the list right off the bat. And so from there, I looked at the ones I had left, more humanities focused, and then I thought, okay, which of these do I still not want to do? And I crossed those off too. And I slowly started paring down this list until I had maybe three, four, five, six majors that sounded appealing that I could work off of. And I still didn't make a decision right then and there. I just kept those in the back of my mind, especially when I was registering for classes and looking for events on campus. I, I think the most important part was that even after I had narrowed these things down, I still kept an open mind in terms of opening myself up to experiences on campus. Like even through this process, I tried to not limit myself and really see what fit, even outside of the context of this one master Google Doc. And something else that really helped was one of the workshops we had last spring. It's it featured a few representatives from some lesser known major paths, things like ISCOR, International Security and Conflict Resolution, I believe.
Yep, you got it.
That's the one. It's and that was really cool for me to see too, because it reminded me that I didn't have to choose between really the bigger major paths like biology or engineering or business. I didn't have to go with any of the big name majors, so to speak. And it was just another reminder that I could keep my options open. That was the most important thing.
Yeah, I think it's really good that you came at it with an open mind and curiosity, something that I try to do as well. Um, it's a really good suggestion to keep in mind the couple of majors that you're interested in while you're looking for things to get involved in, because that's how you parse out what you're interested in beyond just the coursework. You can't take an upper division psych course because you don't have the prerequisites, but you can go to a psychology club meeting and listen to a speaker who is a professional in the field and say, oh wow, that was really interesting, I could maybe get into that. Another thing that maybe you could still do now, but as freshmen and really for your whole time here, but is volunteer work. It's not something that I had considered because I feel like you should get paid for the effort that you put in, but that's tough to do sometimes. So if you're like, how I can't get an internship because I don't have any of the qualifications. You don't need to have qualifications to be a volunteer. So if there's something that you're interested in, find a volunteer opportunity that is in the field, related to that field, whatever. If it's interesting to you, there is probably some sort of organization, club, something like that has volunteer positions. You could go occasionally and see if it's for you, without having to take a bunch of classes and then realize, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Your college experience is so much more than just the classes you take.
Right. Cool. Well, really quick, you said you haven't declared yet. What have you narrowed it down to? Are you pretty sure on something, or do you have a couple that you're still weighing?
I'm I'm pretty sure I think I have it figured out by now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to submit the paperwork and then I'll be good to go.
Great. And what are you going to declare?
IO Psych,
Nice. Very
which is
cool.
your major.
It is. I love it. Great. Well, thank you for sharing. Hopefully, the undeclared freshman will get something out of your experience. I think that your structured and open-minded approach is definitely something that could be mirrored by other students. So I think that's great.
That's it. Writing it out is super helpful, just in whatever you do.
Yeah, I agree.